Join me today for a relaxing stretch session to increase flexibility. We'll begin in a butterfly stretch where we're going to bring the palms of both the feet together and then take a slight lean forward. You may find yourself down on your forearms here, or perhaps sitting all the way up straight if leaning forward isn't comfortable. Breathe deeply, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Try to relax the muscles of your face throughout these stretches and allow yourself time and patience for those muscles to relax and give as you stretch deeper throughout. Now open the legs into a comfortable straddle position and slightly lean forward. Don't feel like you need to open the legs too wide. We just want to get into a comfortable position and take that slight lean forward. Perhaps you're on your hands, perhaps you're down on your forearms. Now point through the toes and flex through the heels and feel those muscles shift back and forth while you change the feet position. Now lift up the chest and turn the body towards your right leg. Fold forward. Rather than curving the crown of the head down, think about the crown of the head reaching out towards your foot and trying to bring your chest down as close to your leg as possible. Breathe in deeply, and on each exhalation, concentrate on folding down a little bit more. Now turning to the left leg, fold forward. And lifting the chest up, we're going to change position. Coming onto your hands and knees, we're going to go into a lunge. Step the right leg forward, keeping the knee over top of the ankle, and place the hands onto the floor. Now we're going to press that leg straight. We're going to go back and forth between this lunge and hamstring stretch. Keep the hips square and facing forward as you press back and forth between these two positions. The lunge is stretching out the hip flexors, and as we press back and straighten that front leg, we're stretching out the hamstring. This is an active stretch here to move back and forth between these two positions. This time as you move back into that hamstring stretch, hold it and then point your toes down towards your mat. Sink the chest down and hold this stretch here. Make sure that your hips aren't tilting, and particularly that the left hand side is not lifting up. Keep them square and facing forward. Now we're going to lift back into that lunge, and we're going to straighten out the back leg, tuck those toes under, and prepare to lift the body straight up. Taking the arms up overhead to frame the face, we're coming into a very active stretching pose here. Keep those shoulders rolled down and back, facing forward, neck in line with the spine. If it's too much to lift the hands, keep them down at the mat. Now circle the arms back down. We're going to press that front leg straight and take the back leg and press the heel down towards the mat. Lean over towards your front leg. Now rotate your body into a straddle position with both the toes facing forward. Lean in here for just a moment, and then we're going to pivot and switch sides. Now your other leg should be front. We're going to come into that lunge position and then press back into that hamstring stretch. Same thing that we did on the other side. You should have the opposite leg in front now. Shift your weight forward into that lunge and then press back into the hamstring stretch. Just going back and forth here at a comfortable pace for you. Now as you press back into that hamstring stretch, hold it and point the toes forward towards the mat. Lean the chest down towards your leg. We want this front leg to be as straight as possible and pointing through that toe. Now shift the weight forward into that lunge, straighten the back leg, toes tucked underneath you, and lift the upper body up, arms lifting to frame the face. Again, if you're unable to lift the arms off the mat and hold in balance here, you can leave the hands down on the mat and hold that lunge with the back leg straight and active. Remember that true flexibility comes from a place of strength. Breathe deeply. Place the hands back down onto the mat, straighten out the front leg, and then press the back leg, heels down towards the mat. Of course, your heel doesn't need to touch the mat, but we're thinking about sending it down towards the mat a little bit deeper. Now walk the upper body around into that straddle position, both feet, toes facing forward, and just sink in here, taking the head down towards your mat. You can reach your hands through your legs and pull yourself a little bit deeper into this stretch if desired. Now we're going to shift forward into a frog position. Taking one leg at a time, we're going to bring those knees down. The ankles are straight out from the knees, and we're going to come down either on our hands or to our forearms and then shift the hips back. Breathe deeply into the stretch. Now slowly unwind from this position, lifting the hands up and bringing one knee out of it at a time. Bring the palms of the feet back together into that butterfly position and lean forward, either coming down to your elbows, your forearms, or your hands. Now bring those legs out into a comfortable straddled position. And from here, we're going to come into a pancake or lower the body down as far as we can. Reaching your hands out to your heels and grabbing on long, lower your chest down towards the ground. Sink in and breathe deeply. And lifting up out of that stretch. Thank you so much for joining me for a stretch today. Feel free to continue on stretching what you need to now, or coming into a relaxed position and meditating for a moment. If you'd like to join me for classes in my online studio, you can join me on Patreon for Mat Pilates, Barre, Springboard, Reformer, and more. And please come back and join me at my channel again for stretching videos, Barre, Pilates, affirmations, and much more. If you haven't yet subscribed, consider doing so and hit that notification bell so you can see when I'm putting out my next video.